Sepak Takraw is one of the most physically demanding sports on earth. When you watch elite players launch themselves into bicycle kicks 2 meters off the ground, it's breathtaking. But from a physiotherapy perspective, I'm watching and thinking that's an ACL tear waiting to happen. I'm Raj from Kinesio Rehab, and the injury rate in Sepak Takraw is staggering. Research suggests around 70% of players will experience a significant injury during their playing career. Let me explain why this sport is so uniquely hard on the body. The bicycle kick, the sport's signature move, is an incredibly high risk maneuver. You launch yourself into the air, rotate your body, strike the ball overhead, and then land. That landing is where most of the damage happens. You're coming down from height with rotational force, and your ankles and knees absorb the impact. If your landing mechanics aren't perfect, and in the heat of competition, they rarely are, you're looking at ankle sprains, ACL tears, and meniscus damage. Then there's the hip flexibility demand. Sepak Takraw requires extreme hip range of motion for kicks at head height and above. Players who don't have natural flexibility try to force it, leading to hip labral tears, groin strains, and adductor injuries. The sport essentially demands gymnast-level flexibility combined with footballer-level explosiveness. That combination is brutal on joints. The jumping itself is a problem, unlike basketball or volleyball, where jumping is intermittent. Sepak Takraw players are launching into the air repeatedly throughout a match. Repetitive jumping and landing creates cumulative stress on the patellar tendon, the tendon below your kneecap. Over time, this leads to patellar tendinopathy, commonly called jumper's knee. Once it develops, it becomes a chronic problem that's very difficult to shake without structured rehabilitation. And let's talk about the spine. The overhead kicks require extreme back extension, arching backward while airborne. This compresses the posterior structures of your lumbar spine repeatedly. Disc injuries and facet joint problems are common, especially in players who play frequently without adequate core conditioning. What makes this worse is that most recreational Sepak Takraw players in Malaysia do minimal preparation, no structured warm up, no conditioning between games, no ankle stability training, no hip mobility work. They play on talent and hope their body holds up, and for many, it doesn't. If you play Sepak Takraw, the single most important thing you can do is invest in your body outside of game time. Hip flexibility work, ankle stability training, core strengthening, landing mechanics practice. These aren't optional extras, they're what separates players who have long careers from players who get sidelined by injury. If you're already playing with pain, don't push through it. Get assessed. WhatsApp 012-934-9471 or visit kinesiorehab.com.my. This sport is beautiful. Let's keep you playing it safely. I'm Raj. Tomorrow, Ramadan exercise, the safe training window most fasting Malaysians miss. See you then.